What's up guys, Demon Asylum here. In this video I'm going to be talking about the possibility of Borderlands 3 not making an appearance at E3 this year. Now this has come about because of multiple tweets recently from Randy Pitchford, who, for those of you that do not know, is the CEO of Gearbox Software, the company behind Borderlands. And all of these tweets came out yesterday, May 15th. There was 6 of them in total in one big thread. So we're going to go ahead and work through all of those tweets, and then afterwards we will talk about some different ways that you can interpret them. So you guys will see the tweets on the screen, and let's go ahead and get started. The first tweet says, Todd Robbins is an awesome performer who is a master of the sideshow. He does stuff like hammer a nail into his face or eat a light bulb whole, which is real. He also does some magic, which is fake. I'm going somewhere with this. The second tweet follows. He once said, paraphrased, when I make something vanish, which is a magic trick and fake, people will swear that it is real. But when I eat a light bulb, which is not magic and is real, people will swear that it is fake, a trick. The third tweet says, the point is that it is kind of a part of our species that we tend to hold on to what we want to believe when discounting the truth if it contradicts that, no matter the evidence. It takes a disciplined mind to see reality for what it is. The fourth tweet then says, for example, I could write it out now precisely and specifically that Borderlands 3, and it's in quotations by the way, Borderlands 3, will not be at E3, and many of you will choose not to believe it. Many of you will find a way to interpret the intent to suit what you want to believe regardless of what is true. The fifth tweet then says, in fact, this aspect of human nature is so powerful that it is more likely this thread will increase the volume of the debate rather than diminish it. It feels as if Borderlands 3, again in quotations, may be destined to be the next Half-Life 3 in that regard. And then the sixth and final tweet was, I love how important Borderlands is to so many of you. The developers of Gearbox Software are working harder than we have ever worked in order to create new and exciting things in hopes of entertaining you. Your passion fuels us. Thank you. I love you. So now that we've gone over all of the tweets, let's go ahead and hop into the 4 different ways that I feel these can be interpreted. The first of which, of course, is the most obvious, and that is that this actually doesn't have anything to do with Borderlands 3 directly. It's got nothing to do with if it's going to be at E3 or not be at E3. It is just Randy Pitchford simply taking 2 things in his life that he loves, magic and Borderlands, bringing them together and using them to make a point on Twitter or to anybody that happens to see these. The second way I feel this could be interpreted is that he is actually trying to subtly tell us that Borderlands 3 is not going to be at E3. You know, that he's easing us into that idea to basically let us know again in a subtle way, even though he did say, for example, when he did say that it might not be at E3, that he is actually like subtly telling us that it's not going to be there. And that even though he's saying that, a lot of people are still going to go ahead and continue to believe that it will be there for a bunch of reasons that make it so realistic that it should be at E3, or that we think it's going to be at E3. But again, I think that it's very possible that even though he did say, for example, before saying that he could tell everybody it won't be at E3, it may very well be the case that he's actually telling us that it's not going to be at E3. The third way I feel that this can be interpreted is that he is using misdirection, which of course is often something used in magic, and of course he used magic in connection and reference with all of these tweets and alongside Borderlands 3. He could be using misdirection to try to steer people away from thinking that Borderlands 3 is going to be at E3. Not only that, but this could go hand in hand with the recent leak that happened from Walmart Canada, and part of that leak was Rage 2, and that actually ended up being true. So alongside that, maybe people are thinking more so now that Borderlands 3 is the confirmed name for the game, or that it's actually going to be at E3. And so this could be an attempt for Randy Pitchford to misdirect people, as well as to try to kill down some of the hype so that if it does show up at E3, it's more of a surprise to everybody. Then the fourth and final way I feel that this can be interpreted is that there is a reason why he is being so specific in regards to Borderlands 3 and putting quotations around Borderlands 3 in the 4th and 5th tweet, the only times that he says it. And this kind of goes with part of what I said for the last way this can be interpreted in regards to the whole, game not having a confirmed title yet. Because this game is not confirmed to be titled Borderlands 3, he could be putting Borderlands 3 in quotations, because when he says, for example, I could write it down now precisely and specifically that Borderlands 3 will not be at E3, and he could actually be telling the truth, because it may not be titled Borderlands 3. He's confirmed on multiple occasions that that is not the confirmed title yet, and that it very well could be titled something else. So if that was the case, he could be honest in telling us the things that he is in these tweets in regards to Borderlands 3 in quotations not being at E3, and the reason for those quotations and for him saying precisely and specifically is because it's not going to technically be Borderlands 3 at E3, it's going to be whatever the new Borderlands game is titled that is not that. So those are the 4 different interpretations I was personally able to come up with in regards to all of the tweets. Maybe there's a different one out there as well if you guys can think of something else or anything else in regards to what his tweets could be referring to or mean. Go ahead and let me know in the comment section, and also let me know if you are in firm belief of any of the 4 interpretations that I did go through in this video. But that's going to be it, guys. I do hope you have enjoyed or found this informative. As always, be sure to drop a like on it down below, subscribe for more, and hit that bell icon to be notified when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great day.